that extra layer of damage as well to complement the carry, especially in this type of scenario. So yeah.
Does Don want to take the Terizla away from him? Or they could just go for a mid laner here. They could deny a few picks away from BTR. RRQ. I think Feramis would be a pretty, actually, Tamus! Want to force more fights. Wow. Ooh, interesting. Don with the Thamus.
This complements their draft as well. You know, you have the Mathilda, the carry. With Tamus, of course, you can constantly fight. You have that, engage and disengage if needs be. But so far, for Bigetron, they have to respond with something that can disengage and appeal to the carries later on. They have the Angela though. They have that extra layer of sustain, extra layer of sustainability. If the team fights does prolong to the situations where the Tamus gets really, really crazy and the carry just dishes out the damage that is not bearable for Bigetron.
Do they want to go for Pact?
I don't know. Does this mean that with the Tamus pick, you can't really pick DPS marksman for the side of Bigetron?
Wait. Oh, Ixia.
Oh, it's still DPS.
Well, it is DPS, you're right.
But it has more range. Because, again, remember with the Vengeance, with his ult as well, Tamus,
no dive.
Inferno, it's just going to be like blade armor for free.
Oh man, there's no dive for RRQ here.
There is no dive, perhaps the last pick.
It's going to be a mage.
Ah, yeah, Rome Mathilda.
No dive for them.
Oh man, this is actually really good for BTR. I'm thinking about it again here. So much sustain too for them. They have a Ruby. They have a Valentina to steal Circling Eagles, to steal big ultimates.
Yeah.
Mage, mid lane, Lilia, Feramis. I don't think you want to go for Feramis. You can give a big ultimate over to the Valentina.
Nana maybe.
Nice.
Odette!
Odette!
What is it? Ren! Game 3 RRQ! Game 3 Ren! It's always him!
With the pocket pick and a cheese pick and the cards of RRQ. They want to be able to burst down. So I think they'll rely mostly on Brusco to really jump in, get the dives, get the kicks with the Circling Eagles, and this engaged type of comp that they want to play against Bigetron.
What is today, man? What is today?
I love these picks though. I mean, for RRQ and for BTR. The Ixia, 4, and Man, that's a signature pick back in the day in MPL PH. Survivability 8.8. We have a lineup rating that actually favors BTR counter index, and so far today it actually has been pretty accurate, so maybe the draft index says it all. But
yes.
I don't think so. We have to see what the execution says too.
We'll see with our own very eyes. Will the red robots falter once more? Or will RRQ be able to keep Bigetron as their lab rabbits? Game 3 underway. Bigetron against RRQ.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, this is third game, the final game of the series. Who will take it? Bigetron, remember, they're currently sitting at first place. With this win, perhaps they might solidify their standings, but if they lose to RRQ might slip out of the red zone.
This is important for RRQ to win as well, because they're stuck dabbling down there alongside the other two teams that are struggling in the red zone. They have to get this win to be able to climb the standings slowly but surely though. And again, a marathon, not a sprint.
Marathon. Even in the game, it's a marathon. For BTR and for RRQ, both of them want to kind of scale up to that mid game. They will go for these neutral objective fights. It's a very interesting game. Inspire for Key there. That's a quantum charge for Iman, and Thrill as well. He wants to try to bully Skylar as much as possible with the range advantage that he has. But that's why Skylar went firmness. Hold up.
Shield Unity connecting on towards Brusco with the flicker.
Wow.
That was spent earlier on. Supercans claims another first blood. Remember, he's the highest first blood ratio.
The first blood king strikes back. And that was so much damage, although JM stuck.
Oh, he's still A-okay though. Yeah, he has the flicker. Now top side. Skylar in a 3v1 situation, surviving though, and a healthy amount of HP.
So he's having a hard time for Skylar. It's just him, the make-do punch bag for Bigetron. But so far he survives, and he just needs to carry on.
That's exactly what the carry pick is supposed to do, right? Just carry on.
Carry on.
So BTR have an advantage on Super Ken here, but Irad has actually been farming too. Super Ken, not a level advantage just yet. He's actually hovering over Gani, the turtle.
3v3 currently. Angela is coming soon with Dawn.
Oh.
Red Tree battle 50-50. Oh, now Irad finds it. Octa opens his ult, but it seems like Lord JM will be able to escape. Moreno of the hard guard. Moreno with the stolen ult from Odette will find the second kill of Bigetron. Now Irad can be a target, but no, will not have enough damage and will not commit. That's a huge win on kills. Oh my god!
Carry.
Flicker with the shuriken with Skylar! My goodness, his calculations are on point.
He slaps Eman in the face. Stop bullying me, he says, and he does just that. And that was a net win for RRQ, but still Bigetron on the lead.
Eman on the Ixia, the hero that's supposed to be bullying the carry, gets solo killed. Skylar, wow! The firmness pick turns out to be massive for Skylar. He's able to sustain for so much. I wish we can get a replay on how that solo kill actually happened. How Skylar initiated. Was it Eman walking to the wrong bush? Or was Skylar... I don't know what happened. I really would love to see a replay there on that solo kill because, man, there had to be something that went wrong for Eman or that went very right for Skylar for that solo kill to happen.
Yeah, we badly need a replay to see that, but I think RRQ has to be wary as well about this Valentina ult in the hands of Moreno. It could be very devastating if he gets his hand on the Swan Song or on, you know, probably an Appraiser Swat could be nice as well. But so far, it's all even, and RRQ is just trying to chill down. Oh, no, they don't.
No, the taunt. Forced key to use the flicker as well there. And RRQ has info. They will infiltrate the turtle vicinity now.
Now, for RRQ, they don't have a gold lead yet, by the way. So, even though, yes, Skylar is ahead in the gold lane, BTR still have an advantage when it comes down to the trio mid-department in the neutral objective. They also have more global presence with the Angela up top.
Oh, they are committing onto a circling eagle. Lord JM now half HP. Good stun by Super Ken. Good pull as well. Swan Song will remove Octa. And now Dawn in trouble in the midst of it all. And will be taken down by the full barrage. But no, Moreno actually will have the final say in claiming the double. RRQ now zoned out of this turtle. But it seems like now Brusco will help Irad to find an escape route. But yeah, they want more. Bigetron, they see an opening, and they will take the purple here.
Again, this one song, very clutch for Moreno. You can see Octa just getting bursted down, but Skylar is just doing his own thing up in the gold lane. And Eman, I think he'd always be able to just hit from the back line, especially when you have the full barrage. And Skylar not having a good time, but so far, it's all good for him.
Yeah, he's still staying in the lane. Ixia, actually, Eman was more active. He had to suffer a little bit of a defeat in that gold lane, though. Look at the turret. It's so low. Skylar still is holding the lead in that gold lane against Eman, but everybody else, like we mentioned earlier, BTR are ahead in the other lanes. That's why they can actually do that, and that's why also I was thinking more Lilia for RRQ in the draft. The Odette, though flashy and cool, and a very signature Ren pick, it is a big ultimate that BTR can steal, and they have been able to steal it twice, winning them the team fight twice.
It's been utilized in a very, very good way, giving them that extra punch, especially when the XC is not online.
Going all in on towards Ski this time, has no flicker. Well, has the flicker, but will not use it, and will be punished topside.
Good reaction from RRQ, just spending more members, trying to push out, make this game uncomfortable for Eman. And I think RRQ is just trying to slowly creep in and get their items, get their laners online, get their power spikes going on. But again, you have to be wary of Moreno.
They're still playing for Skylar a lot. They have corrosion sights. He's actually 500 gold up now compared to the Ixia. So he will have the golden staff first over the DHS for the Ixia. But they're actually not too far apart from each other. Only 600 gold. Not any game changer, just a significant advantage. And Angela will actually be the one who gets sent up top to clear out the waves against Skylar. Not too sure about this because Skylar can really ignore Key. Goes in, has the brace, but actually does that much damage with one combo. Eman.
See? Stuck. Hard guard committed as well, but the damage now. Amon will not survive. The Swan Song will be there, but Paul will not be enough to terrify. Moreno finding the cow play, perhaps. Octa taken out. Brusco on the backside looking for a reinforcement, but on the other side of the map, it's Skylar solo killed by Super Ken.
So much going on in the 3 lanes. You saw again the Swan Song being stolen, and that was the saving grace for Bigetron to get out of that terrible ordeal. But then you saw Skylar getting 1v1 by Super Ken with a Baxia. So now it's just a swing on both sides.
Oh, I don't think they should commit, but Princess Wrath will be triggered. And Moreno will be a-okay for now. 8 minutes in. It's a very healthy lead here that Bigetron has built. Oh, Super Ken now top side. Hovered by the hard guard, but no, it will not be committed.
Not yet. BTR are still holding on to the gold lead, by the way, despite Amon being 0-2. Moreno and Super Ken, like you mentioned, have been really, really good. Super Ken's been able to find these angles. Hold up, Key getting engaged on, has that flicker, so he will be able to get out to safety. Lord JM actually picks up a turret, and look at this maneuver.
Oh, flash one towards Brusco, but of course, RRQ does not want to fight just yet.
They're trying to wait out, especially when Bigetron having all their laners ready to keep on fighting Super Ken with the Angela shielded behind him. Will always have a good time hitting in the front line. So the XIA could just play behind it, play far back, especially when you have the range, when you have the full barrage. So Amon, it's going to be a safe and sound game for him. And Arad so far, not really getting the leads that he wants to. And Super Ken is just so oppressive, just rolling around, making space, creating space, and also taking space in these jungles.
RRQ are playing so well with Skylar. Irad's constantly invading, overextending, but for a good reason, because they have the Mathilda. He can actually afford to overextend to give Skylar more space to pick up these turrets on a carry, mind you. He is sieging these turrets down on a very short-ranged MM, so he needs the space that RRQ have been creating. Still, global presence now for BTR. They have an Angela up top that can constantly slow push, and for BTR, they can just play the long game around these neutral objectives. RRQ are the ones who have to make a decision, but they don't have to completely rush it first. Now they respect the Angela. They have to stay decisive. How do they take this fight? Bottom lane slow push too. BTR have more control, and they will utilize it.
Indeed, the Angela does not really need to participate in this little pokes, little skirmishes as well, because they always have that global presence. So far for Bigetron, they just have to wait for this engage to go on.
Good knock up, good full barrage, but it seems like now with the Swan Song, final barrage will find its mark. It's a 1-for-1. Octa taken out his long side gone. And take a look at Bigetron. They move onwards. They want a rad, and they get the triple.
Maniac.
It's just a maniac now. Amon will not have a range, but Skylar will be left all alone as Bigetron, they show force in the mid game.
They win that fight, and that was again so clutch from Moreno. And Man follows up through with the full barrage, and they set their eyes on the Lord.
A disconnected team fight for RRQ. They had to make a decision there, to be fair. It was a forced error by BTR with a slow push up top already. They would have lost a turret, and BTR were very, very happy to play the long game. They decided to fight, but they did not have the right targets in mind. As much as Iman is behind, by the way, he died 2 times. I kept on looking back to the stage to see his gold, and he was only 200 to 100 gold behind of Skylar. So maybe for RRQ, the miscalculation was they thought Iman would deal no damage. Turns out he is still very well farmed despite dying twice, and that was the miscalculation that turned the fight around for BTR. Iman dealing that much damage, RRQ targeting Lord JM of all people, who could sustain and could stay in front for a while, and then Moreno cleaning up with that Swan Song steal. The big ultimate that RRQ gave BTR on a silver platter with that pick into a Valentina.
I couldn't agree more. I think Iman was underestimated, but he's still well farmed. Opens up the full barrage, and look at the pressure they can exert. Of course, 3 lanes all having prio up top, slow push coming in. The Lord trying to knock down the tier 2 turret now. So far for Bigetron, it's all looking so smooth and swimmingly for them. RRQ, they need a moment, and so far Dawn with the Tamas hasn't really been able to really just be a disruption in the side lanes, jumping to the back line, just dishing out the damage needed to be able to win them the fights.
We have to talk about the elephant in the room, man. Moreno is completely gapping Octa in this mid lane the whole game. Super Kid's walking them down.
Oh, Puissance now. Oh, Circling Eagle on towards
Oh,
the
oh.
backside, connecting on towards Lord JM. But with the final barrage, finding, helping, assisting. Moreno finds a double. And now let's see Bigetron, who will find 3 bodies.
Moreno!
Perhaps more! More of Moreno, who finds also the double kill.
That was insane! Super Ken walked in
Holy
with his
moly.
chest up high,
They can end.
and they looking to end this for Bigetron.
They were once again the lab rats. But now, Sand Skylar all alone. All turrets, now Skylar. Last man standing with a major pop.
Oh.
But it will not be enough as
Result.
Amon finds the unstoppable. Amon has the minions, finds the attack speed as well. The damage wide open.
Minions,
the
minions,
base.
minions!
Not yet! Minions! Full barrage opened up and finds a monster, but it seems like Octa with the Swan Song will not be able to defend the base. It will be another wiped out. And Bigetron Alpha, they find the 3rd game.
The red robots rebooted. They are no longer to be experimented on. They are no longer the lab rabbits.
Hey.
Oh,
They
man.
are the kings. And Starlest in the building, a proud CEO. Bigetron take this monumental win as they cement themselves up in the standings.